2 years ago, I wondered where Danny went after he dropped these masterpieces. But today, I am lowering the stakes and ruining the name. Basically trying to become rip-off Danny. So the first thing I did was create a circle. The plan is to be able to bounce it around, kinda like the animation on screen. So I got slow motion working, but it's already held together by hopes and dreams. Even though I have 999 errors, I still have this under control. I bet you thought I was gonna steal Danny's control joke.
Oh fuck.
So it turned out that the errors were just because I am stupid, and I compensated for that. So now I want the player to actually be able to bounce. So now I made it possible.
Really cool.
Okay, so Danny's game looks better than mine, but mine's supposed to be a knockoff anyways, but I still think mine needs to look a little bit better than this. So anyways, I added particles and trails. You could even say,
Wow, that was
now I need to make the camera be able to zoom in and out.
very cool.
So the game still looked bad, so I knew it was time to add post-processing. And then I continued to do about everything but post-processing.
Very cool.
I even added death. But eventually, after a lot of procrastination, I actually added post-processing. Post-processing? More like post-procrastination. Now I'm almost done. All I need to do now is every tedious part of the game. I really needed a health bar, so instead I made a scoreboard. So now that I'm actually going to make the health bar, I'm going to get a little bit of help from our friend Brackies. Oh, and I also made the walls break when you hit them. The camera is also really bad because I made it in like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna maybe fix that sometime. So now I actually need the walls to spawn in, and my attempt is looking really bad. Like, why are they spawning under the lava? Then I made another attempt, which was also really bad, so I started losing hope. In the greatest full circle moment of all time, I realized that he put his part spawner code in his video. He doesn't steal code anymore, I do. After giving his code a new home, I could move on. Move on to playing off the balls for 30 minutes, that is. Why is this game so good? After I wasted 30 minutes, I continued working on my game a bit more. Even though it's still terrible, at least it spawns enemies properly. Thanks, Danny.
Very cool.
Okay, so now I need the score counter to actually update. And after smashing my keyboard, it magically started keeping count. Now that the score counter is working, I can move on to other things. I decided to actually make the health bar work now, or I guess I just made the health bar go down, so I should fix that. Okay, it looks like I successfully fixed that part, but for some reason the issue of the game looking bad never went away. So I decided to make the game look better, and by that I mean I just added more post-processing. And to be fair, it did make the game look a little bit better. The walls also don't explode when you hit them, so I'm gonna add that. Additionally, I decided to actually fix the really jagged camera, because it made the game really annoying to play. It's time to add more particles. The particles somehow turned out okay. I'm probably more surprised than you are. It's definitely an improvement. Okay, so now the gameplay is good enough, so I think I'm just going to finish it. This seems like a good time to make a menu for the game. Now that my glorious attempt at a main menu is done, I should add a way to respawn when you die. For some reason around this point I started having a lot of difficulty writing code. So I tried to make respawning good, but I don't care to figure out asynchronous functions in Unity, so I just made it really bad. Here is the finished product of the game. Also, no, I am not going to be removing the random debug.logs because I'm not releasing the game, so too bad. And I am still very much aware that this game is terrible. So now it's time for me to tell you to click some cool buttons under the video. Well, that was the wrong button, but close enough. Goodbye.